It's early in the morning in Lafayette, Indiana, and passengers are boarding Iowa Pacific's new passenger train, the Hoosier State.
P317, located at Lafayette, Rocco.
The train operates between Chicago and Indianapolis, serving various communities between the two major cities. But the Hoosier State isn't just any ordinary train. In fact, it's one of a kind, with service and amenities not seen in American passenger rail since the 1960s. Iowa Pacific is stunning passengers from all over the country. After boarding the train, a few passengers settle down for breakfast in the full-service dining car.
Well, today we have our standard menu. We have oatmeal, fresh oatmeal. We have yogurt. We have a delightful breakfast burrito. It's got eggs, your choice of breakfast meats, sausage, bacon, and then it's wrapped in a tortilla. We have a 2-egg special, eggs any style, and then we always have like a chef special. Sometimes it's French toast. Today it's a short stack special with pancakes, 2 pancakes, 2 eggs, your style, choice of breakfast, your sausage. And in the evenings we do a blue plate special, and we get pretty upscale. One of the beautiful things about this is everything is made fresh here. We cook everything to order, make everything fresh. We don't have any microwaves.
Right now we're grilling the chicken right now for our fresh quesadilla. We got fresh bell peppers in the house today, fresh, coming from Chicago. We're gonna top that here as we move on over to our produce cooler. We have fresh pico de gallo. As you can tell, tonight it was a big hit. How was that quesadilla tonight?
It was fantastic.
It was fantastic. Would you come back again for other food?
I would come back just for the food, but the train is like a bonus.
There we go. See, right? You don't get this on the airlines. You don't get this anywhere else. We're doing something different. We're doing something fresh. It's from the heart right here. I cook with passion. So Chef Nick is going to bring it to you.
This whole dining experience is very exciting. It's something that I left a regular job for to do this, because when you get on this train, the whole experience is topped off with this food in here. The food is excellent. It's prepared by 2 great chefs, and it'd be foolish not to ride this train and do it. So that's about it.
Well, I'm on my way to Chicago to go to the National Bridal Show, and my friend and I were looking for a way to get there where we could enjoy ourselves. We decided to take the train. I didn't expect for the train to have all the amenities it has, and we've really enjoyed that. It's very comfortable and very, very nice. I think that this train is an improvement. I think that the comfort, of the seats, the dining area is very, very nice, and we're anxious to try the quality of the food.
So a true excellent scrambled egg is done just right. It's still moist. So then I roll it up in this little guy right here. Put it right there. So what we're doing is we're sealing the burrito. To help it along on the top, I spray a little ham or benzoin. Then I give me some salsa. Plate's already set. And there we go. Your breakfast burrito.
Since August 2nd, 2015, the Hoosier State has been operated in a joint effort between Amtrak and Iowa Pacific Holdings. The vision for the train came from CEO of Iowa Pacific, Ed Ellis, who has a very successful and colorful career in the railroad industry. From his humble beginnings to today, Ed Ellis hopes to grow the services his company offers on other passenger rail lines across the country.
Well, I got into railroading because my mother was almost in a plane crash, and she decided she was never going to take a flight again. And so when I was a kid, we went everywhere by train, coast to coast to coast. And so I came to railroading from being somebody who enjoyed riding the train. So this is what I like. So I I wanted to get a degree in transportation and go into railroad management. I managed to get a job as a switchman on the ICG in Paducah, where I'm from. You know what? When I went into the railroad business, railroads were being abandoned and shut down right and left. The Penn Central was in bankruptcy. Other northeastern railroads, the Rock Island went bankrupt, the Milwaukee went bankrupt. And so my fear was that the money I was paying into railroad retirement every month would be worthless by the time I retired. One of my friends and directors, Clark Johnson, came to me in November of 2000 and said, we should buy a railroad. And so we found out that the IMRL was for sale. So we formed a company called Iowa Pacific to buy the IMRL. And I left Amtrak in June of 2001. We were working on it. We didn't get it, but we got a bunch of other stuff instead. This is an Amtrak train that we're on. It's Amtrak train crews. It's Amtrak's access. It's Iowa Pacific's equipment. So we look at this as an opportunity to bolt on, improve service that is not subject to the whims of Congress, to a standard Amtrak route. And we think that this is a kind of partnership that ought to be repeated all over the country.
Through the words of passenger Tom Higdon, riding on Iowa Pacific's Hoosier State is like no other mode of transportation.
We're both out of Houston, Texas, and we were in Chicago last week. Michelle has some business up there, so I joined along, and we decided to go down to West Lafayette to the football game. And so in just looking at how do we get from Chicago to Lafayette, we saw the Amtrak stations and got online, and this was available at a good schedule, which was important. And we just thought it would be a real fun experience, and this is our first time on Amtrak here in the U.S. Well, I think just the comfort and the ability to get up and move around and relax and have a cup of coffee when you want it, or in the evening have a cocktail, and the ability to mingle with the other passengers without having to sit with your seatbelt fastened at all times, Wi-Fi on board, nice accommodations, it's just so relaxing. Totally different scenery. Getting to see the Indiana countryside is really neat.